I was seeing that LaMelo Ball was getting a lot of press for his play at Spire Institute, and Lonzo Ball has been putting in work on the Lakers. And then I thought, what happened to LiAngelo Ball? What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players, it's your boy MJ. LiAngelo Ball was the guy that had 72 points in the game in high school. The guy that played in Lithuania, averaged 15 at JBA on 44 shots.
No! God, please, no!
But now, what's up with LiAngelo Ball? I mean, I haven't heard much from him since the stealing and the JBA. And with everyone kinda looking back at these fallen stars, I think it would be interesting to see what's up with LiAngelo. Just do me a favor and hit that like button so I can tell you want more of these, alright? Cool. If you've been living under a rock, LiAngelo Ball is the middle child in the Ball family. He was the high school star, putting up crazy numbers. He got accepted into UCLA and was gonna come off the bench for UCLA's team. Russell Westbrook was a bench player in UCLA, and so it wasn't like this was supposed to be the end of his NBA hopes. In fact, college was supposed to be his opportunity to show the world that he deserved a chance in the NBA. But then the whole stealing incident happened when LiAngelo decided to steal 3 different designer products in China. Yeah, that happened. UCLA punished the 3 students involved with indefinite suspensions. That just happened a year ago, and now there isn't a mention of LiAngelo and what he's up to. In this year, LiAngelo left UCLA, went to Lithuania, played in the JBA, and now has been freelance. LiAngelo's time in Lithuania was weird. Both LaMelo and LiAngelo went to play for the worst team in the 2nd division of Lithuanian basketball, a small club in a not so known basketball league, and that team kept losing. LiAngelo averaged 12.6 points a game, shooting 41% from 3. During this time, LiAngelo declared for the 2018 draft in March. Then in April, LeVar Ball pulled his sons out of Lithuania because LeVar had issues with the head coach. LaMelo went to the JBA, you know, that league LeVar started for college students to play while getting paid, and LaMelo joined that league. LiAngelo said at first that he wouldn't play in the JBA, calling it a step back. Leading up to the draft, LiAngelo Ball had workouts with multiple teams including the Lakers, Suns, and Warriors. Maybe LiAngelo could have been part of the Big Four. Yeah. LiAngelo was a possible late 2nd rounder. His strength is supposed to be shooting, but his body type and his lack of athleticism is a deterrent. Add to that LiAngelo's only playing a fast shoot whatever offense, and no one is sure about LiAngelo. During the draft, the Lakers and Suns were in constant communication with LiAngelo, and so Jello was feeling like he would get drafted. But when his name wasn't called, it sort of broke his spirit. Jello is typically reserved and just goes with the flow. He puts in work behind the scenes and wants a shot. But not making the NBA was a huge setback, and so 11 days after the draft, he joined the JBA, played 7 games and averaged 50 points a game. He was part of the international JBA tour, but LiAngelo wasn't getting that press he needed to break the NBA. He was also shooting 44 shots a game. That just is horrible. Like, that he was allowed to do that? How do you even get to that point? LaMelo left the JBA for Spire Institute this September and is still set to go to UCLA in 2019. For LiAngelo, it's unclear. The G League introduced an option for elite prospects to go to the G League before becoming eligible for the NBA. It also allows players to earn money instead of going to college and then making the NBA. This competing program is fighting with LeVar Ball's JBA, and without LaMelo, the JBA isn't looking too hot. So now here we are. LiAngelo's ended up away from the NBA in his dad's league, while LaMelo is getting even more publicity playing at Spire Institute. Sources say that LiAngelo Ball is looking for a G League spot. He thought he would get a chance in the Summer League, but no one gave him a chance. LiAngelo has probably been the most compliant son with his dad's wishes after the stealing incident. All this moving around from college to overseas to the JBA, all of this had a huge impact on LiAngelo, who is seen as a possible late 2nd round pick at best. And all of these things didn't really give him a chance to show what he was about. Wherever he went, he played in LeVar Ball's system, in the fast-paced, shoot whatever you want system. And then his off-the-court issues just add to the problem. So right now, he's holding out and hoping any team will sign him. A lot of LiAngelo Ball's career, believe it or not, was actually dependent on Lonzo Ball's career. Lonzo was also this sort of wild card. He was a monster in high school, but he proved it in college too. If Lonzo was a star off the bat in the NBA, LiAngelo's stock would have went higher because of the fact that scouts would have more association with star potential and LiAngelo. But because Lonzo has just been solid, it wasn't enough to override what was initially thought by LiAngelo. The question is now, what's next? It's clear to see that a JBA isn't enough. If LiAngelo could find his way onto a EuroLeague team and show that he can play, he might be able to make his way back to the NBA. LiAngelo was never supposed to be a one-and-done prospect in college. He's only 20 and could spend the next 2 years getting on the big stage. I know for a fact that LiAngelo is not good enough right now. He might be a good 3-point shooter, but he's built like a football player and slow. He was getting faster when he was at UCLA, but I haven't seen much tape of him besides the JBA games. If he really wants to get better, he needs to play in a system that isn't his dad's and show his skill. I honestly think that LiAngelo Ball has the ability to drastically improve. I mean, in the short time that he was at UCLA, he got better handles, he became quicker, he was in more shape, and he was practicing different types of shots. If he had stayed at UCLA and passed the suspension logged in valuable minutes, who knows how good he could have been. And I'm pretty sure that he would have been a second-round pick. But now his future is up in the air in LeVar's hands. But what do you think? Can LiAngelo Ball make the NBA? If you like this type of content, hit that like button, especially for LiAngelo's 44 shots a game. Damn, man, damn. Subscribe if you're new, cause I'm always posting content that you guys ask for, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat. The Instagram shout out of the day goes to Nizzy, and the all day notification squad shout out goes to SB Boy again. Thanks for the all day support. Make sure to hit the bell for all day notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button and join the all day community for more fire content and all day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
Okay, just hop in my spaceship. Okay, just hop in my spaceship. No.